Day 23. This is my second juice of the day. I was just out earlier on with down to the gym, so I had one before I went down there, and that was some melon, some apples, a couple of pears, and some pineapple. So that was great. Went down to the gym, as I say. Gym went really well this morning. Tuesday's not a long session on the weights, it's just a shoulder session, so a lot of the lat pull downs and the other ones. I've got a list of stuff anyway that I have to do, and I follow that. Off to see the osteopath in about an hour's time, so I'm going to drink this down, do a bit of work, and I'll speak to you later on. Oh, this one, by the way, is just oranges. There's a couple of oranges, a couple of apples, a pear, and some acelgas, which I don't know what it is. It's like a big bok choy sort of a thing. It's nice anyway. Speak to you in a bit. Just finished with the osteopath. Back home now, and I'm just about to have a mean green. It's the third juice of the day. I bought a load of green stuff yesterday, so I'm going to stick to a lot of these now during this last week. Yeah, heading into the final stretch, and yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting off it, but you know, there's only a few more days left. Let's see how it goes. See you in a bit. So now that I've got up to, right, it's time now, I think, to start thinking about the next 30 days. I usually recommend that you do this around day 22, 23, that kind of thing. And it's important to sort of think about things, what you're going to do for the next 30 days, right? You know, you've almost got your first 30 days over with, and what are you going to do now? One of the reasons for this is because when you take a 30-day chunk like this, it can be very easy to see the target date in front of you, so 30 days, and to anticipate everything being over, right? And if you're on a long-term journey, if you're trying to change things in the long term, then this 30 days is just the start of things, right? The next 30 days should be easier. You know, if you're quitting drinking alcohol, you're quitting smoking, you're trying to lose weight in the long term, you're trying to get fit, you're trying to learn a new language, whatever it is you're trying to do, the first 30 days are always going to be the toughest, because you're changing pathways, neural pathways in your head, right? You're trying to change habits that maybe, in the case of smoking or drinking or eating fast foods, maybe, these pathways have been laid down over many different years, right, over a long time. So it's important to get it into your head that these things take time to adjust. It takes time to get out of the habits, the rituals, the day-to-day routines of the behavior. But those first 30 days are crucial, right? They're the most important part of it. But I always say, you know, once you start getting to the last week, then start thinking about what comes next, right? Now for me, I'm thinking about, so this is Tuesday now. Next Tuesday is going to be my last day on the juice diet. And then on the Wednesday, I'm going to get up and I'm going to eat some bananas. That's my first thing I'm going to eat. I'm going to continue for the rest of the day with juice, and then at the end of the day, I'm going to have some boiled vegetables, maybe some cauliflower, maybe some broccoli, maybe some peas, and I'm looking forward to having some kale, because I've been juicing this for ages, and I'm not getting much juice out of it, but I really like the look of it. No salt, just pure vegetables, maybe a bit of sauce on the side, tomato sauce or something like that, you know, because it's what I've been craving for a long time, but no added salt, you know, table salt on top of it. Then for the next couple of days after that, I'm going to gradually introduce some rice, some brown rice, and some other whole grains like lentils maybe, and some beans. And I'm going to do that again without any added salt, you know, maybe just a bit of sauce. I'm going to carry on with that. I'm going to introduce some porridge in the morning as well. So there'll be porridge in the morning, juice during the day, so maybe 2 juices, and then an evening meal, but not high calories, right? You know, keeping the rice down to a minimum, but having a lot of vegetables. And I expect to put on some weight in those first few days because my digestion is going to refill itself. Then at the weekend we're going away. We're going up to one of our favourite local places up in the mountains behind us here in the north. It's about 2 hours journey away. It's got one of the best Indian restaurants that we've ever come across. It's Nepalese Indian food, so it's very spicy. It's on the basis of Indian food, so I can get my vegetable biryani, I can get the naan breads, I can get the papadums, all that kind of stuff that I really love. But it's a light version, so it's not heavy on the fat, it's not heavy on the dough. The naan breads are really light and crisp. You know, just thinking about it now it's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to. I'm definitely going to do a video, a couple of videos from that whole journey there, you know, that weekend, because there's a great walking route that I can start out with in the morning. We're taking the pups up, definitely not taking them out for the walk. I mean, Esther won't do the walk anyway, so it's something I'll be doing on my own, but I'll definitely do a few videos up there. With the gym, I'm going to carry on with the gym for the next month, doing what I've been doing. I mean, this is just going to be a gradual process. After we've come back from the walking, I'm going to gradually introduce more things into my diet. You know, I'm still going to do the curries at the weekend. I love doing that. Something I look forward to every week. I take out curry, but I also do my own curries. So I'm going to start making those again and try and experiment a little bit with that. But try and keep them down low calories. So I'm still trying to lose the weight, depending on what the result is next Tuesday or next Wednesday morning. So make a lot of soups. I love soups in the winter here. It's just something that I've been pining for as well. Some hot food, hot soup. So I'll be doing that. So really, that is for the next month. Gym and eating sort of low calorie, not eating out too much. I mean, we've got a couple of dates. My sister is moving to a new house, a new flat in Alicante, and we'll probably go out for celebrate that. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So, you know, it's really a continuation of what I'm doing now. For the rest of the next 30 days, I will be doing the same thing. I'll be taking either a porridge in the morning, so it won't be a huge porridge, just a small porridge with some fruits, maybe some nuts on it, and maybe with a bit of soya milk, I don't know yet, and then doing the juicing during the day and a meal at night. That's the plan anyway. So as I say, no matter what it is that you're trying to do, if you're doing it for 30 days, once you get to the final week of that 30 days, start planning then for the next 30 days, right? And then once you get to the final week of that, start planning for the next 30 days. And it's just a way of keeping you consistent, right? And keeping you going, keeping you motivated, keeping you moving forward, right? And it doesn't have to be the same thing. I mean, you can either up your game, the thing is to sit down and figure out, you're already 22, 23 days into it, and you've a good idea of what's happening, right? You've a good idea about how your body is reacting, about how your mind is reacting. If you started this out properly, you know, with the good preparation and the good, you know, you're stepping across in the starting line with a couple of weeks of preparation before you, then I guarantee you, if you have the right mental attitude, you'll get through that first 30 days with a breeze, right? It'll be just so simple. You'll look back and think, this is sort of scary because it was so easy for me to do this. I've not hit many roadblocks, you know. I've hit a couple of moments where, you know, a couple of days where I've been tired. I had the back issue there last week where I just knocked out my back and couldn't train for a while. But it was all sort of something which had happened outside of the 30-day thing, so I carried on with that and just accepted that and tried to reorganize things around that. But once, as you say, you get to day 22, 23, 24, and you start to look back at what's happened, look back at how things have unfolded for you during that 3.5 weeks, then you can start to assess what's going to happen in the next 30 days. You know, it's sort of silly to start thinking about 60 or 90 days when you're at day one, because you've got no idea of what's happening, right, where this journey is going to take you, right? So you're much better off taking it in those 30-day chunks. Once you get to the end of the 30-day chunk, a week before that, start to assess what's happened before and start to plan what's going to happen next. That's it. We've got the final juice of the day. This is another mean green smoothie. Like I say, I'm going to try and do as many of these as I can before the end of this week. So it's really nice. Enjoyed today. Had a good day today. Went to the gym, down to the osteopath, and got some good stuff done there today. Tomorrow is the start of the final 7 days, so looking forward to that. Final week, here we come. Speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.